Brothers, may this video find you in peace. I've noticed in some of the comments in prior videos, men describing a desire to have discovered the practice of semen retention earlier in life. I understand that. I've experienced that as well. Ultimately, though, it's a good thing. It signifies a disconnect between you and the addiction of PMO. It's a part of the healing process because you're getting that view, that perspective. You can see the negative effects. On the flip side of it, it takes the ability to have experienced the positive effects to objectively look at the negative effects and say, oh man, I can't believe I spent that much time doing that. I could have been cultivating relationships with real people. I could have been learning a new language. I could have been engaging in a new hobby. Anything but that, really. But it takes that perspective. That can feel uncomfortable, but it's okay. It's a part of the process. And the time that you discover the practice of retention is exactly when you needed to discover the practice of retention. Many lessons that we learn through life are hands-on. Sometimes somebody could just tell us not to do something and we don't need to experience that. We can go off their word. Other times we have to go through the experience. I'll be the judge of that, right? I'll find out for myself. And at least with alcohol, and of course with PMO, it takes a level of incomprehensible demoralization. If you're in the act, you have to get to a feeling of just utter disgust, looking into that abyss and saying, you know what, this is a hole that can never be filled. I can never be satiated. How can you ever cultivate a relationship, an intimate relationship with a real woman, if your mind is preoccupied with lustful fantasies with multiple women? Unrealistic. How could you ever cultivate a real relationship with a real woman if your mind is not present with her, with the woman? It's nigh impossible. She'll sense it. She knows. She looks at you right in the eyes and says, hey, that guy's thinking about other women. Not my cup of tea. You must be present. On the flip side of regret in the past, let's say in thinking that maybe we should have discovered the practice of retention sooner, is a longing for the past. It's the opposite. It's thinking, it's having nostalgia. Oh, the best times are behind us. Well, what does that do? That generates apathy and lethargy for the future. Who wants to really identify and focus on the potential of the future when we're thinking about the glory of the past? We're talking about our past accolades. Back in my day. Now's your day. Yesterday was your day, today's your day, tomorrow's gonna be your day too. You know, that level of regret, that feeling that that you should have started this practice sooner, that actually holds you back if you ruminated it. If you identify it, just in the sense that, yeah, you know, PMO sucks, I should have done that, but now is my day, now is my time, tomorrow's my time. As long as you stay true. It's easy to slip up and to fall back into old habits if we're not appreciating, if we're not grateful for the present moment and the potential of the future. You might look at this journey, at this practice, if you're not started yet, if you're on day zero, you might look at this as something insurmountable, a mountain that can't be climbed. What do you mean forever? I can't do this thing that I enjoy. But do you really enjoy it? Is it really fulfilling? Or have you identified this practice as a way to relieve yourself of the very thing that you should be retaining, and that is your tension, that is your energy. Of course, if our present moment is filled with PMO, of course the longing is in the past, because at some point in the past we weren't engaged in PMO. So of course that's way better. So the trick is to stop the PMO now. Remove that out of your life. Remove any addiction out of your life that is holding you back from becoming the man that God is calling you to be. You can't really hear him when you're stuck in these behaviors. How can you really commune with God when just a few seconds ago you were engaged in this debauchery? I mean, of course you can, but are you going to allow yourself the ability to commune with him? Do you feel worthy to be in his presence? If you're engaged in these behaviors, that level of self-defeat, of worthlessness, is going to cloud you and prevent you from being in his presence. Cease it. Put it down. Don't look at it like a mountain. Don't look at this as something that is insurmountable. It is a day-to-day process. It is a lifestyle. If you put down, let's say if you are obese and you start taking Ozempic, you might lose all that weight, but you haven't instilled the discipline or the lifestyle of being somebody that is now not obese. You're just an obese person in a skinny body. And so, due to the fact that these healthy habits haven't been instilled, over time, the weight comes back on. And so the process of becoming a retainer, the process of becoming the version of yourself that you want to be, begins by embodying the behavior that person emulates. And it's never from one moment to the next. It is in a mindset shift, but in embodying it, it's a process. And it's okay to enjoy that process, to have a focus. I encourage you, brothers, if you have not begun the process of semen retention, if you have not incorporated this practice into your lifestyle, I highly recommend it. Your misery will be gladly refunded to you if you decide to stop and go right back to your dark room, cowering over yourself, looking at pixels, until eventually you realize again that, man, this isn't right. Why not stay on the wagon? Why not really become grateful for this new lifestyle? Man, I mean, it is a beautiful day here. Green grass, blue sky, birds chirping, bugs buzzing, sun shining. It's all I need. I don't need this overstimulation. But it takes a second to really become accustomed to it and enjoy it. If you've been eating ice cream for 5 years and then you switch your diet to broccoli, it takes a minute to really appreciate the taste of broccoli. And then if you've been eating broccoli for a long time, you've been healing and growing, and then you go back and eat something that isn't healthy for you, it doesn't taste so good anymore, because your palate has changed. It takes time. So with this journey, be patient with yourself. Have grace. Keep your mind on God. Don't look at women as being the bane of evil as well. They're really not. Eventually, there will be a time where you can go talk to women again without being corrupted by lust. You'll actually be attracted to them. And go talk to them, and it's okay to do that. Not initially. Initially is the process of removing lust, removing that lens, rediscovering yourself, engaging in hobbies and activities that you enjoy doing. And then when you've got to that point of knowing thyself, you can express yourself to the divine feminine. And there will be a woman that resonates with you and connects with you. But again, it's a process. Enjoy the ride. In the description down below, there's going to be a link to the Sons of God Brotherhood. I encourage you to join. It's an incredible think tank of like-minded men that are on this journey, that are forgoing lust, that have incorporated the practice of retention, and that are becoming the best versions of themselves. Check it out. One-on-one mentoring is also available. Looking forward to talking to you. God bless. May peace be with you.